Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and fellow seekers of a better life, let me begin with a question, a powerful one. What is the most valuable thing you own? Some of you may say it's your house. Others may say it's your car, your career, your education, or even your reputation. But let me challenge that. The most valuable asset you have, more precious than diamonds, more important than all the money in the world, is your time. Time is the only currency that cannot be saved, cannot be earned back, and cannot be borrowed. Once a moment passes, it is gone forever. No power on earth can bring back yesterday. We are all given the same amount of time in a day, 24 hours. The difference between those who succeed and those who settle lies in how they choose to use those 24 hours. The irreplaceable resource. Think about this. You can lose money and earn it back. You can lose a job and get another. You can fall out with friends and reconcile. But when you lose time, it is lost forever. Steve Jobs, in his final moments, said, "My favorite things in life don't cost any money." It's really clear that the most precious resource we all have is time. And he was right. You see, many people waste their time as if they have eternity to live. But you and I know, life is fragile. Life is short. And life is uncertain. If you are 30 years old, you've already used up about 262,800 hours. If you live to be 80, you have only about 438,000 hours in your entire life. That means every minute counts. Every second has value. Every hour is an opportunity to build, grow, love, learn, and lead. Time doesn't wait, and neither should you. We often hear people say, "I'll start tomorrow. I'll write that book next year. I'll pursue my dream when things settle down." But here's the truth. Things never just settle down. The perfect time will never arrive unless you create it. There is a Chinese proverb that says, "The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now." Stop postponing your goals. Stop waiting for a magical sign to begin your transformation. Time doesn't wait, and neither should you. The silent killer, time wasters. Let's address the elephant in the room, time wasters. How many hours do you spend scrolling on social media, binge-watching shows, gossiping, procrastinating, or worrying about things beyond your control? Let me give you some cold facts. The average person spends 2 hours and 31 minutes a day on social media. That's nearly 17.5 hours per week, equivalent to a part-time job. Over the course of a year, that's more than 900 hours, 37 full days, spent looking at a screen. Now imagine if you redirected just half of that time toward learning a new skill, reading books, exercising, or working on a side project. Imagine how your life could transform in just 12 months. Time wasters are silent killers of potential. They don't knock on your door and announce themselves. They slip in quietly and steal your future, one wasted hour at a time. The power of 1 hour. Let me share with you a secret weapon that can change your life. One focused hour a day. Just one. In 1 hour, you can read 30 to 50 pages of a book, learn a new language on Duolingo, take an online course, practice a new skill, write 500 words of your novel or business plan. 1 hour a day means 365 hours a year. That's the equivalent of 9 full 40-hour work weeks. Do you realize what you can build with 9 extra weeks a year? You could become an expert in something. You could launch a small business. You could master public speaking. You could completely reshape your future. So let me ask you, are you using your hours wisely? Time management is self-management. Time management isn't about planners and apps. It's about self-discipline. It's about saying no to distractions so you can say yes to your destiny. Every minute you spend is a reflection of your values and priorities. Do you value your growth or your comfort? Do you prioritize your vision or your entertainment? Great achievers like Elon Musk, Oprah Winfrey, and Warren Buffett didn't magically find more time. They just used it better. Warren Buffett once said, "The difference between successful people and very successful people is that very successful people say no to almost everything." Be intentional. Be focused. Be ruthless with distractions. Because when you manage your time, you manage your life. Live with urgency, not anxiety. Now, I'm not saying you need to be in a rush every second, but you must live with purpose and urgency, not anxiety or panic. There's a difference. Urgency means understanding the value of your time. It means acting today, not someday. It means knowing that your dreams are worth fighting for now. Procrastination is the enemy of greatness. Every moment you delay taking action is a moment your dreams are left waiting. Don't let your life be a museum of what could have been. Live like your future depends on today, because it does. Time for what truly matters. Using your time wisely doesn't mean becoming a machine. It means investing time where it truly counts, with family and loved ones, on your health and wellness, in building your dreams, helping others, and serving your community. Don't get so busy chasing success that you forget to live. Because time with your children, your partner, your parents, your friends, those are the golden hours of life. Nobody on their deathbed says, "I wish I spent more time at work." They say, "I wish I spent more time with the people I love." So yes, chase your goals, but also cherish your moments. Because the clock is ticking for all of us. The legacy of time. What legacy will your time leave behind? Will you be remembered as someone who wasted potential? Or as someone who showed up, worked hard, loved deeply, and gave life everything they had? You see, your time is your story, and you are the author. Write it well. Make it count. And if you've wasted time in the past, that's okay. You're not alone. But starting now, take control. Don't let your story be written by Netflix, TikTok, or other people's expectations. Be the hero of your own timeline. Time is the one resource we all possess equally at the start of each day, but how we choose to invest those 24 hours ultimately defines the quality of our future, our success, and our fulfillment. Every second you spend doubting yourself, overthinking, or procrastinating is a second you could have spent moving one step closer to the life you've always wanted. You may not have control over everything that happens in your life, but you do have absolute control over how you spend your time and what you prioritize. We often underestimate how small, consistent daily efforts compound over time, but those quiet moments of focused action eventually build empires, careers, and character. The person you want to become in 5 years depends entirely on what you do with your hours today. So choose wisely, act intentionally, and live purposefully. There is a cost to every distraction you allow into your life. A cost not in dollars, but in missed opportunity, stolen creativity, and delayed dreams. If you fail to plan your time, the world will plan it for you, through distractions, demands, and the urgent needs of others that do not align with your vision. Time doesn't knock loudly when it's leaving. It slips through your fingers quietly while you scroll, snooze, delay, and decide to do it tomorrow. When you wake up each morning, you're gifted a new canvas of 1,440 minutes. How you paint that day is entirely your masterpiece or your regret. Living wisely means treating every hour as an investment, not spending it, but planting it in ways that yield growth, connection, and impact. The tragedy of life is not that it ends so soon, but that we wait so long to begin using our time meaningfully and courageously. Success isn't born in the grand gestures or massive overnight wins, but in the consistent and deliberate choices you make with your daily time. Time is a non-renewable currency, and every careless decision we make with it is like throwing away moments we'll never be able to reclaim. If you knew you only had 1 year to live, you wouldn't waste time scrolling, complaining, or staying stuck. So why live like you have forever? We are constantly exchanging our time for something. The real question is whether we're trading it for value, for distraction, or for regret. Don't allow urgency to steal importance. Prioritize what will matter 5 years from now, not just what screams for attention in the moment. You don't need more time in your life. You need to stop giving your time to things, people, and habits that don't give life back to you. People often say, "I don't have time," but the truth is, we always make time for what truly matters. It's not a lack of time, but a lack of intention. The version of you who's living your dream life didn't get there by accident. They got there by respecting time, planning well, and acting daily. If you're not careful, you'll spend your best years being busy instead of being productive, reacting instead of building, existing instead of living. Discipline with time is not a punishment. It's a gift you give yourself to ensure you become the person you were always meant to be. You cannot master your goals if you don't first master your minutes, because dreams are achieved not in leaps, but in consistently repeated hours. Time is the great equalizer. It doesn't matter where you were born or what you've been through. It's what you do with your hours that counts. Instead of asking, "Where did the time go?" live in such a way that you can say, "I know exactly where it went, and it was worth it." Every hour spent learning, improving, or creating is a deposit into the bank account of your future self, compounding into opportunities yet unseen. Those who live without urgency often wake up one day to realize that years have passed, and their dreams were buried under routine and fear. Time respects those who respect it, so treat your time as sacred, protect it, schedule it, and use it in ways that elevate your life and spirit. A single day used with purpose can be more valuable than a month lost in distraction, and one focused week can outpace a year of unplanned motion. If you were charged money for every hour you wasted, you'd probably guard your time more fiercely, so why not treat it as priceless now? Your life story is written in how you spend your time. Don't let it be a tale of delay, distraction, and regret. Make it a legend of purpose, passion, and progress. The clock is ticking. As I come to the end of this speech, let me leave you with this. Every minute that passes is a moment of your life you'll never get back. You can't control the number of days you have, but you can control how you use them. Start now, today, this hour. Use your time wisely, and your future self will thank you. Because time is not money. Time is life. Use it well. Thank you.